Apple's got 3 new iPhones. 2 of them have the word Pro in them. 1 doesn't. The iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max are right here, and I'm gonna unbox them. Now here's what you need to know about the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. They're really step-up, fancier versions of the iPhone 11 with a couple extra features that you may or may not be interested in. One of them is that third camera, which is pretty prominent. That's a telephoto. The iPhone 11 doesn't have that. The rest of it is about the finish, stainless steel. It's also got that OLED display, which is even better than the previous version on the iPhone XS and XS Max. Added water resistance. Those are the big advantages. A lot of the other stuff you can get in the other phone. You can save a few $100s. But let's take a look at these boxes and let's see what's inside. So I've got both models here, 2 sizes, 512 gigabytes. Let's start with the iPhone 11 Pro. Let's open up the box and whoo, there is that camera module. It's prominent. You'll have an opinion about it one way or the other. A lot of people may feel like it's a bit much. I think it's kind of interesting, actually. It's definitely taken over the identity of the phone. So there it is, these 3 crazy cameras up there. Yeah, it's a lot of camera. And the finish is frosted glass, because that's one of the things that's different on the 11 Pro, is that now the glass back has a frosted matte finish, which is less fingerprinty. The glass over here around the cameras, that is still glossy. It's reversed on the iPhone 11. Why? Because that's why. Let's take off the plastic on these phones. And no, nothing on the back. Interesting. So this is midnight green, but to my eye right now, it kind of looks gray. It's like a gray variant. I like it. It's very space gray-like with like a slight olive green touch to it. It's funny because in the demo room, this looked more green and now it's looking more silver. I mean, these are all metallic finishes. They're not really bright, bold colors like you'll get on the iPhone 11. And frankly, I wish they had a few of those on here, but it's muted, it's fine. I kind of like it. I thought I liked it the most and now I'm not so sure, but I like it better on the camera than I do over here. But it's space grayish, and I usually went with space gray. So that's the phone. You can see over here, no USB-C, still Lightning on all of the iPhone models, maybe next year. And over here, the button, a lot of the rest of the finish feels the same. It's got a heft to it. It's stainless steel. I mean, the other ones felt heavy. It almost feels like a return to the iPhone X. The battery capacity is a little bit bigger on these phones. Battery life is supposed to be a lot better, 4 hours better than last year's iPhone XS. So yeah, it's got some density to it. Let's lay that aside. And inside here, the design by Apple in California slipcase. Hello. Oh, interesting, new charger. We'll get to that in a second. There's the stuff, SIM tool, fine print, Apple stickers. Nothing different, you know the drill if you've gotten an iPhone recently. Let's put that aside. Let's get to that charger. Let's just get to this charger. Finally, a new charger. This is an 18-watt charger. Finally, a higher power charger in the box. This thing is gonna charge it faster. It looks like the charger that comes with the iPad Pro, but it's not because it has a Lightning port here as opposed to USB-C. So headphones, and let's take a look at what comes with this. No, I'm wrong. It is USB-C. I apologize. Surprise, surprise. Well, the good news about this, which actually is really nice, is that you could use to charge other stuff. That's USB-C. And it comes with a USB-C to Lightning adapter, which is annoying to purchase separately, and at least that comes in the box. Is that a reason to go Pro? It's a couple $100s to go Pro, so I don't know about that. But this is the thing they should be including with all iPhones, that charger right here. So I'm glad they started doing that. Lightning headphones though, same as always. And no more standard headphone adapter, that's long gone. Lightning headphones. No AirPods. That'd be kind of fun to throw into a Pro phone box someday. And that's it. So let's put this over here and let's take a look at what's in the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is gonna look very similar. So we'll open this up. And there is the other midnight green with the 6.5-inch display. And these are Super Retina XDR, which is a mouthful. That's an OLED display that's supposed to be brighter and richer and better than the previous OLED display. I mean, Apple's already had really great displays, but we'll see how super great it is when we do our testing and give it a run. There's also spatial audio on this phone now that's supposed to work with Dolby Atmos and with games and some select games in the App Store that choose to adopt it. So there's also that. The camera up here, again, on all the iPhone models is wider, so you can fit more people in a selfie, and it has slow-mo. And all of these three cameras here are 12 megapixel. That's the iPhone 11 Pro Max. This is the iPhone 11 Pro. 5.8 inches, 6.5 inches, midnight green. And again, inside this box, you'll find the Made in California stuff, designed by Apple in California, not made in California. The 18-watt charger, the headphones, and again, the Lightning USB-C cord. That's what's inside the box. But what about accessories? Well, good thing I told you, good thing you asked, because here's some clear cases. You could keep the phone hanging in your pocket without a case, and I would not do that, not for a $1,000 phone. $1,000 to start, $1,099 to start, $1,100 to start. So I would get a case. You don't have to get an Apple case, certainly. Apple makes clear cases. Let's take a look. Apple didn't make any clear cases last year for the iPhone XS and XS Max. But the 11 Pro Max and 11 Pro clear cases look a lot like the XR and iPhone 11 clear cases that Apple makes. I'm gonna open this up. And it's like it's invisible. Take that out. Take out the 11 Pro Max case. I find 11 Pro Max to be a little hard to pronounce. Now, let's get the camera module into the square. Push that in. There we go. And we can do the same for the other. I feel like the case and its square makes me realize how large the camera module is. Push it in from the side. That's the way to do it. And that is the iPhone with the case on, both of them. Let's turn them on. What I'm really excited about with these phones and with all of the iPhone 11 models this year is to test out the cameras, not only for things like night mode, which finally provides that low light capability that we've been expecting, but also for the video improvements, particularly image stabilization, and the future features like deep focus, which are gonna combine multiple shots to try to create even crisper photos. There's a lot of computational photography going on in the iPhone 11 models, and a lot of that will work similarly across the board. What you're getting here is that extra telephoto camera. You got a combined 4x optical zoom between the telephoto pulling back to the ultra wide. There's interesting combinations there. I wish telephoto was in the iPhone 11, but you can only get it here. The battery life on these sounds like it's even better than the iPhone 11 based on Apple's reports on battery life. So how will battery life compare? Which one will be king? We'll find out when we do our final review. But that's the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max, and if you want to compare them to the iPhone 11, which I have here in minty green, we can lay them all side by side, and you can see that just like last year, the iPhone 11 falls right in the middle, like Goldilocks. It's an in-between size, 6.1 inches. I feel like this fits best in my hand, but over time, I've come to appreciate the smaller size right here, and with better battery life, maybe that's the one that I would like to have most. So hey, that's the iPhone 11 and the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max. taken out of their boxes. So you see what the pros have? I'm most excited about that charger finally being in there. Stay tuned for the full reviews and a whole lot more on CNET.